Hello creatives, how are we doing? This is John of John Visual. Welcome to another day of our YouTube tutorial. And in this tutorial, we'll be looking at how to create a professional birthday flyer design. Don't forget to like, share, and comment if you find this tutorial helpful and needful. If there's any question you would want to ask, please leave it in the comment section. I will attend to it. So without wasting much of your time, let's get started. So in this birthday design, we are going to be looking at creating a professional birthday flyer design, and I'm going to make it as simple as possible so that we'll all follow through and we can be able to recreate. So first thing I'm going to do is to first of all create my background, but before creating the background I will import the picture of the celebrant. So this is a picture of the celebrant. This is the picture. Now this is the picture we are going to one of the pictures we are going to be using. And there's one thing I love doing whenever I want to create, especially a birthday design. I love picking out the background from either the outfit of the celebrant or from the celebrant's skin tone. So I'm going to be picking out the type of background we're going to be using from the celebrant skin tone. How do I do that? So I'll go to my adjustment layer. I'll go to solid color. I'll click on solid color. Then take my picker color tool. I'll click on the skin. So this is the color we'll be making use of. We can decide to use this. We can decide to use this. We can decide to use this depending on the one you actually want. But in this our tutorial, we'll be making use of her skin tone. So, and the code here for the skin tone is 642A14. So I'll click OK. Now I've gotten the solid color. I'll hide her picture. So next I'm going to do, I'm going to get some of our backgrounds that we want to make use of in this tutorial. So this is the first background we'll be making use of here. So I'm going to hold my Alt key, click and drag by the side to enlarge the piece. I'm going to bring this down. Okay, this very position is okay. Next I'm going to add another kind of background, another background too to it. And I'm going to be using this. Now one of the things I would want you to know is that the background I'm using here, they have a light reflection. And why do I have to use a background that has a light reflection? I want to add color, I want to add beauty, I want to add sweetness, or a kind of feel that when someone looks at the background, the person knows that okay, there was something done on the background that makes the design stands out. So I'm going to click Alt. I will expand. This time around I'm going to bring down this. I'm going to bring it down because I want this side, this area, this side that has this light reflection, the light ray to reflect on the background. So I will go to my color mode. I will start checking the color, the one that's okay. So we have lighting, we have screen. Let's see overlay. No, let's see lighter color. So we'll make use of lighting here. So this is what we have here, and this is the background. This is just the only thing we are going to be doing on this our background. There's nothing else we're going to do. The next thing we'll do here is to get the image of our celebrant. Okay, so this is the image of the celebrant. I will increase the image because this is the one I want us to make use of. So I'm going to increase the image, her picture. Then I will bring down her picture to a point where the light reflection will look as if it is hitting her body from behind. So I'm going to make some adjustments on this image, on this picture. Why am I going to make the adjustment? In photo manipulation, wherever the source of the light is coming, there have to be a reflection on the image. So I'll quickly make the lights reflect around her hair and her body from the angle where the light reflection is coming from. So what I'm going to do here, I'll quickly click on my adjustment layer, click on solid color. So I've already picked the color from the background. So this is how I did that. So first of all, before I create a new layer, I'll go to my foreground color, click on it, then go to the background and pick the color I want. This is the color of the light reflection. So I'll click on it, press OK, add my new layer. I'll add my new layer, then go to, okay, no, let's use solid color. So I'll click on adjustment layer, click on solid color. So I have this, I'll click OK. Next thing I have to do, I have to clip mask. I'll create clipping mask so it will reflect only on the body and not on the whole design. Next thing I'll do here is to change my blending mode. I'll look at the blending mode that would suit what I actually want. So let's say linear, okay, pin, no, okay, let's use linear light. Next thing I will do here, I will double click on this color field on our solid color, double click on it. I'll go to my blend if. So this is what I want to blend the solid color to the image. So I'll hold my Alt key, click and drag. This is what we are having. So I'll click again on the other side and drag. This is what we have. So I'll click OK. Next thing I will do here is to click on the layer close to our color field. I'll click on it, then press Ctrl I to invert. I'll press my B, I'll select my brush tool, allow the foreground color to be on white. So I'll carefully start brushing around her hair and her body towards the places that there is a light reflection. But it seems the light reflection we are having around her hair color is not matching, it doesn't fit. So we'll have to change. So I'll quickly make another one on her clothes. Here. Okay. So let's change the blending mode. Let's change the blending mode to screen. Let's use screen on it. Let's use screen on it. So we are using screen. We are using screen now. We are going to be using screen for it. So we are using screen for it now. So I'm going to I'll keep brushing around her hair. Keep brushing around her hair. Keep brushing around her hair. And her clothes too. Her hair and her clothes. Okay, so this is before, this is after. Next thing I'm going to do, I want this light reflection to be visible. So I will go to adjustment layer, click on curve adjustment. I'll clip max 8 and then increase the brightness of our lights. I'll press Ctrl. After doing that, I'll press Ctrl I to invert again. I'll select my brush tool and begin to brush. I'll begin to brush. Okay, so including her clothes too. Her clothes has to be, yes. Okay, so one more thing. Let me increase the the brightness. I'm going to increase the brightness of, so I press Ctrl I to invert again, because I want the light reflection to actually reflect on her hair to make it more realistic. Yes, to make it more realistic. So that is what I'm actually doing here. Not just on her hair, also on her clothes. Okay, so let's look at, this is the before, this is after, before, after. So next thing I'm going to do, I'm done with adding lights to her body. I'm going to bring in another of her picture. So this another of her picture. Now in this picture, I'm not going to make this her picture look more big again. No, I'm not. I'm going to reduce the size of the picture because of the scale. I want the picture to have balance on it. So I'm not going to increase it again. I'm not going to increase it again. So I'm going to look for a way to ensure that the picture fits what we want. So I'm going to leave it like this. Let me take it more like this. Okay, so we have something like this. Next thing we are going to do here, we are going to look for a way to blend the image and the background. We're going to look for a way to blend it. So how do we blend it? One of the ways to blend is by adding, okay, but before we create a new layer, let's pick color. Let's still pick color from her skin or from the background. Let's pick color from the background. Okay, so I'm going to create a new layer. After creating a new layer, I'll select my brush tool, leave my brush tool at 40, the flow at 40. So I'm going to increase my brush tool. I'll simply click. I'll begin to click now because I want to fade or blend the overall design with the background. So this is, you can decide to increase your flow, you can decide not to increase the flow. So without wasting much of our time, let me increase the flow. Let me increase the flow so that it will be much more faster. Okay, I think something like this is better, but we are heading to somewhere. So okay, so please don't forget to like, share, and comment. So I'm going to increase this a little. All right, so we have this. We blended the image with our subject and our background. Next thing I'm going to do here, if you look carefully, you discover that she's facing the left hand side. From her position, she's facing the right hand side of her body, but from our own view, she's actually facing the left hand side of our view. So I'm going to put an element there. That looks as if she's looking towards that direction. So it's going to be, I'm not going to make, because it's a tutorial, so I'm not going to make it box. So I'm just going to put a right up that side. I'm going to put a right up that side. So I've already created the right up, and so this is the right up here. I'm going to take it behind her, behind the original image. So I'll click on Ctrl T to transform, then I'll move it towards this side. I'm going to transform. I'm going to sorry. Okay, let me go to my paragraph. So I'm going to make, okay, so all right. So sorry for that. Okay, yes. I've gotten what I actually wanted to make it. So I will bring it a bit down. Okay, let me leave it. Let me leave it here. So we have something. We have this now. I'm going to bring up other things that I've already created. So we have the details. So we have some details, but I actually want to. I'm going to change the position of this. I'll bring it somewhere. Okay, somewhere here. Looking at a place where it shows. Okay, so we have. It doesn't look pleasing. Okay, let's bring it here. Let's bring it here. So I have this now. The next I'm going to bring is her name. I'm going to bring in her name. Okay, but this time around I'm going to reduce the size of her name. I'm going to reduce it a bit. So I'm reducing it. I'll take it to this side for the sake of balance. Yes, for the sake of balance. Okay, so this is the birthday design, but we are not yet done. So the thing we are going to do here is we are actually going to create an invisible stamp layer, take the design to camera raw filter and enhance it. So how do we create an invisible stamp layer? We create it by clicking on Shift Control Alternate E. After doing that, we convert to Smart Object. In one of the videos I did, I taught us how to edit overall image. So check one of the videos, you see how to enhance your design. So I'll just click Ctrl Shift A to go to my camera raw filter. I already have a setting, a preset of this design. So I will just, to save our time, I'll just go to my camera raw filter, click on these three dots here, and click on Apply Previous Settings. So this is what our final result looks like. Thank you for staying put and learning. Please don't forget to share, comment, and like. See you in the next tutorial. Thank you. I love you all.